Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Students, here I'm your science teacher from IYS school system. Today is our third lecture of science. Yesterday, before starting our lecture, I'm requesting you to please take your science book along with you and take the screenshots of every slide which will be shared on the screen. Yesterday and day before yesterday, we have shared the parts of plant, the vegetative parts and reproductive parts of plant. Today, we are going to share the new topic, that is the parts of animals, structure of animals. Yesterday we have shared the structure of plants, now the structure of animals. Like plants, animal bodies also divide in two regions, and these regions are head and trunk. The head is usually present at the anterior and or the front part of the body. This head contains mouth and sensory organs. The head also contains the brain, which control and connect all the sensory organs. And sensory organs are responsible to get the changes, to pick the changes in the environment and convey these changes to the brain, and brain give command accordingly. Then the next part of the animal body is the trunk. It is the lower or posterior part, and it contains all the organs and system. It includes the limbs which help in movement. What is limb? Animals have limbs. In animals, we considered these limbs as if forelimbs and hind limbs. Forelimbs are the front leg in animals, and hind limb are the back leg of animals. But in man, as man is also considered as a social animal, the forelimb of man is modified into hand, while the hind limb of man is changed into legs. This head and trunk make the animal body, and it contains the soft and elastic tissues. This soft and elastic tissue needs support to maintain its shape. Because they are soft and elastic, so they cannot maintain its shape. That's why they need a substance that support them and maintain their shape. So the substance that provide them support, that provide the head and trunk support and give them a proper shape, this substance is called skeleton. I repeat, animal body is divided into head and head and trunk consist of the mouth, brain, sensory organs, the systems and soft organs, and also the forelimbs and hind limbs. All these parts need support to maintain its shape, and they get support by skeleton. In animals, skeleton are of three types: the hydrostatic skeleton, the exoskeleton, and endoskeleton. I repeat, three types of skeleton are found in animals. Number one, hydrostatic skeleton, exoskeleton, and endoskeleton. Now come to the hydrostatic skeleton. What is hydrostatic skeleton? Hydro means water. So it tells us the skeleton which is supported by a liquid or the watery fluid is termed as hydrostatic skeleton. This hydrostatic skeleton is found in most soft-bodied animals such as earthworm and caterpillar. You observe the caterpillar around your environment, and you also observe in the leaves some caterpillars which are eating the leaves. These caterpillars have soft body, and their body is maintained their shape by the liquid or the body fluid which is filled inside their body spaces and in the cells with pressure. This fluid filled with the pressure to give proper shape to the body, and this hydrostatic skeleton help in the movement. That's why we can say it help in locomotion. Means the caterpillar, the earthworm Inside their body, they have a liquid which is filled with the pressure. This pressure filled fluid support their body to maintain its shape and also help in the locomotion. I hope you understand. Now let's move forward. The next type of skeleton is the exoskeleton. Exo means outer. So the skeleton which is found outside the body is called exoskeleton. Exoskeleton mostly found in invertebrates. What are invertebrates? Invertebrates are those animals which do not have backbone, just like the ant, the crab, the scorpion, the butterfly, housefly. They don't have any backbone and they are called invertebrates. They have exoskeleton. Their body is covered externally by a tough waterproofing skin, which is called cuticle. Cuticle is a waterproof, and this waterproof material is called chitin. I repeat, chitin. The again I'm repeating, the exoskeleton actually it covered the body of insects externally or by the tough skin, or this tough skin is called cuticle. This cuticle is made by the waterproofing material, and this material name is chitin. As it is waterproof, so the water inside the body of insects cannot easily evaporate and they can survive in very hot environment. Cuticle is composed of the plates and hollow tube. This cuticle protect and support the body. It gives shape the body. It help in locomotion, and um, it has different colors. The cuticle has different colors in different animals, which help them to camouflage. Camouflage means to hide themselves from their enemies. Yes, exoskeleton is exoskeleton is non-living. That's why it cannot grow with the growth of the body, and it means that animal body need to shed off the previous one as their body grow. Means just like our clothes, we can change, we can put off our clothes when they become shorter as we grow. Similarly, in insects, the exoskeleton is become shorter as their body grow and they need to remove and the insects need to remove it. The process in which the animal remove their previous or the shorter exoskeleton and get the new one. This process is called molting. Again, I'm saying the exoskeleton is non-living and it does not grow with the growth of the body. Hence, it is shed and replaced by new one regularly. This process is called molting. You observe the cockroaches around you. Sometimes you observe a very few cockroaches which are white in color. Some of you observe it. This white color cockroach is done the process of molting. It shed off its previous one and get the new one. As the exoskeleton new one, its colors is white, and as time passes, the color of exoskeleton turns from reddish brown. I hope you understand. Again, I repeat, exoskeleton is found in invertebrates. It is the outer covering, or we can say it is the external cover of the animal. It is non-living. It is made up of the chitin. This chitin is waterproof, and the cuticle is composed of the plates and hollow tubes. The exoskeleton protect the inner organ. The exoskeleton support and give shape to the body. Exoskeleton help in the movement because from inside the body, the muscles are attached from the exoskeleton. Now, the endoskeleton. Endo means inside. The skeleton which is present inside the body is called endoskeleton. Mostly vertebrates have endoskeleton. And we all are the vertebrates. It means we all have endoskeleton. The endoskeleton is made up of the bones, cartilage, tendons. Mostly bones are responsible to make our endoskeleton. The bones are of different shape and sizes, and these bones are living things. They grow with the growth of the animal body. This endoskeleton support the body, it protect the internal organs, it gives shape our body or the body of animal, and it help in locomotion or movement. Locomotion means move from one place to another place, and movement means when we move our hand right and left, or if we move our head left and right, it is called the movement. And locomotion means movement from one place to another place. Here I'm saying to you that it protects the internal organs inside the body. There are many systems which are soft and delicate and they need protection. That's why the bones protect these soft organs. And as I told you, the the endoskeleton is made up of the bones. So bones are the tough material. It is living. It grows with the growth of our body. The bones are made up of the carbonates and phosphates of calcium and magnesium. That's why the doctor said to you, drink a milk regularly, take a glass of milk regularly because the milk contains calcium and magnesium carbonate. These make the bone tough and strong. That's why the bone can hold the weight. They can bear the weight, they can absorb the pressure, and they apply also force on any other body. Bones are not too much, they do not have too much weight. They are light, they are rigid, but they are not brittle. Means they are not easily breakable. And one more interesting thing, the long bone, which is the thigh bone, or our leg bone. The longest bone is our leg bone, and it produces red and white blood cells. Inside the long bone, white and red blood cells are produced. Again, I repeat, bones made our endoskeleton. Bones are living. They are of different shape and size, and they are made up of these substances like carbonate and phosphate of calcium and magnesium. Our bone or the vertebrate bone can bear weight and absorb pressure. They apply force also. The bones are light and rigid, tough, but they are not easily breakable. They are not brittle. The long bone produce red and white blood cells. I hope you understand. Uh, Here now the next topic is the mammalian skeleton. We shared the skeleton, the exoskeleton, the endoskeleton, the hydrostatic skeleton. In the endoskeleton, we learned that endoskeleton is living, it made up of the bones, and in mammals, or we can say in vertebrates, the endoskeleton is found. Now here we are going to learn the mammalian skeleton. What is mammalian? What does it mean, the mammalian? Actually, mammals is a group of animals which have external air. We have external air and they have mammary gland. These two are very identical feature of the mammal. They have external air and they have mammary gland. These type of animals have the endoskeleton, and now we are going to share their parts. The mammalian skeleton are mainly divided into two parts, the axial skeleton and the appendicular skeleton. What is the axial skeleton? Actually, axial skeleton forms the main axis of the body. The main axis, the central axis. Which bones are present in our center? The skull, the vertebral column, the rib cage. They make the central part of the body, and they make the axial skeleton of mammals. And the appendicular skeleton is all the bones that are attached to the axial skeleton, just like the shoulder bone, the hand bones, the leg bones, or we can say that both the limbs, the bones of arms, bones of legs, and the joints, they all make the appendicular skeleton. Means the central axis, the axial skeleton, are joined with some bones, and these bones, which are joined with the axial skeleton, they make the appendicular skeleton. My cursor is moving around the appendicular skeleton, right? The number of bones are present in the appendicular skeleton. Okay, do you know how many bones do we have? We have 206 bones. And how they join? They How they join? They join with each other by joints. They join with each other by joints. Now, what is joint? Okay, I'm explaining the joint, but before explaining the joint, I just give you again the review of the mammalian skeleton. The skeleton of mammal is mainly divided into two parts. The axial skeleton, which forms the main axis of the body, the central axis, skull, vertebral column, and rib cage. They form the axial skeleton. And the appendicular skeleton attached to the axial skeleton, and these are the bones of limbs, of forelimbs and hind limbs, that like the shoulder blade, hip bone, bones of arms, leg, and shoulder. In our hand, there are many small bones. In our leg, there are many small bones. So they all make up the appendicular skeleton, right? Now, as I told you, we have 206 bones in our body, and these body need to join with each other. They join with each other by joints. What are joints? Actually, joint is a place where two or more bones meet. Joint is a place where two bones meet. Mostly two bones, somewhere there are two or more bones are meeting. Bones are attached to each other by a tough fiber called ligament. Look here, this red part in the picture, this red part is ligament. Ligament is a tough fiber, and it attaches the two bones which are need to join. And next to the ligament, the cartilage. Cartilage is the soft bone. Do you know our external ear is also made up of the cartilage? And we can fold, we can twist our ear easily. So by this you can imagine how cartilage is soft. These soft cartilage cover the end of the two bones, and the synovial fluid is present between the space of two bones. This cartilage and synovial fluid reduce or minimize the friction when two bones move. When two bones move, right? And from outside these joint or these two bones are enclosed in a tough membrane which is called capsule. This capsule is made up of the connective tissue, or we can say it covered the both two bones. Again, I repeat, the joint is a place where two bones meet. Just outside the joint, or we can say joint are enclosed. The joint is enclosed with a capsule. Or joint is covered with a capsule. Capsule is made up of connective tissue, tough membrane, or the connective tissue. Inside this capsule, a liquid of synovial fluid. A liquid named synovial fluid is present. This synovial fluid has some oily material also, and it lubricate, it give the oil to the both the bones and reduce the friction. And the end of bone inside the joint. I'm repeating, end of bone inside the joint are covered with cartilage. The end of bones are covered with cartilage, and these bones are inside the joint. So the synovial fluid and cartilage reduce or minimize the friction when during the movement of bones at joint. Now, and these two bones are attached to each other by the fiber which is called ligament. Outside the bone, the muscles are attached. Here, in the next picture, you can observe the muscles are attached. How they attach? Actually, from the inside of the muscles, the elastic fiber tendon, which is too much tough, white and shiny in color, they arise from inside the muscles and get inside the bones. It means we can say the muscles are attached to the bones by very tough non-elastic tendon. By this, the muscles and by the cooperation or collaborating movement of the muscles and bones, the body is able to move. Joints in our body are of different types. We have here we are shared 5 types of joint: the ball and socket joint, the hinge joint, the sliding joint, the fixed joint, and the pivot joint. What is ball and socket joint? Can you move your hand? Can you move your shoulder up and down, right and left? This is the ball and socket joint. Your shoulder and hip joint actually is the ball and socket joint, and in this joint you can move your bone in all directions, left, right, up, down, but you cannot move your elbow and knee in all directions because they have a different type of joint which is called the hinge joint. The hinge joint can move only one direction, that is upward and downward. Again, I'm telling you, I repeat about the ball and socket joint. Ball and socket joint can move in all direction, and shoulder and hip joint is the example of ball and socket joint. And elbow and knee joint is the example of hinge joint. Hinge joint, Hinge, hinge joint. And hinge joint allow movement only in two planes, that is upward and downward. That is upward and downward. The next type of joint is the sliding joint. The next type of joint is the sliding joint. It is present in your wrist and ankle. You can slide your foot left and right. You can slide your hand left and right due to your hand and wrist has a joint which is called the sliding joint. The fixed joint. There is a joint which is immovable, which cannot allow any type of movement. This is the bones of skull. Actually, your head, your skull, also made up of the joint which is called fixed joint, and it cannot move. But how can we move our head up and down and left and right? It is due to the pivot joint. And this pivot joint is present at the first two vertebrae of the backbone, which make your neck. At your neck, the pivot joint is present, and first two vertebrae of backbone is responsible to make the pivot joint. This pivot joint is present first two vertebrae, and these two vertebrae are joined with the skull. That's why you can move your head up and down, but you cannot move your skull. Fixed joint is immovable, while all the rest of four joints are movable. Some joints, just like the ball and socket joint, is allow movement in all direction, while the hinge joint is allow the movement in two planes, that is upward and downward, and sliding joint allow the movement only in the left and right, not upward and downward. Fixed joint do not allow any movement, and pivot joint is also give you some little movement. This is the about the types of joint. Yes, it is our. Now I repeat or try to summarize the whole what we shared today. I hope you all take the screenshots of all slides which I shared to you. We learned joint and types of joints. We also learned the bones, and we also learned the axial and appendicular skeleton. We learned the types of skeleton, that is the endoskeleton, which is present inside the body and found in the vertebrates. And uh, we learned that endoskeleton can grow by the growth of the animal body. We learn about the exoskeleton, which is found in the invertebrates. And in here, the picture of invertebrates, you can see the ant, the crab. You observe they have the shiny surface because of the waterproof cuticle, which is made up of the chitin. This is made up of the hollow tube plates and hollow tubes. This exoskeleton protect the inner body. It support and give shape to the body. It helps in the movement because from inside the exoskeleton, the muscles are attached. But the main thing, exoskeleton is cannot grow with the growth of the body, so animal need to shed it off regularly. The process in which animal shed the previous exoskeleton and get the new one, this process is called molting. And we also learned the hydrostatic skeleton, which is made by the fluid, and this fluid is filled in the body cavity with pressure. This hydrostatic skeleton is found in caterpillars and earthworms in soft-bodied animals. And we also learn skeleton gives support to the body, skeleton gives shape to the body, and animal body need any type of skeleton to get the proper support and uh, which also give them shape. And we also learn that the animal body is divided into head and trunk. This head and trunk has a skeleton. This and head and trunk contain. The head contain mouth, sensory organ, and brain. Brain control all the body by the help of the sense organs and some nerve cells. The trunk contain the posterior part, that is the organs and systems. It also include the forelimbs and hind limbs. We uh, we learn that the head and trunk contain skeleton, the hydrostatic skeleton, the exoskeleton, and the endoskeleton. And the endoskeleton, hydrostatic skeleton made by the liquid, exoskeleton is covered the out is covered externally. It is non-living, while the endoskeleton is present inside and it is living. And we learn about the bones, the skeleton, the joints. Now it's time to share you the home task. Today's home task is a little bit longer than the previous 2 days. The first question of today's home task is to draw a mind map on types of joint in 4 points with example. Describe the mammalian skeleton in 2 paragraphs. Draw the diagrams of following. Draw the following diagrams with 5 labels, that is the ball and socket joint and hinge joint, and complete all the exercise that is given in your book on page number 10 and 11. Here I share you the collective homework of all 3 days. Yes, today you have to draw a mind map of the joint. Today you have to write about the mammalian skeleton in 2 paragraphs. You also draw the diagrams of ball and socket joint and hinge joint and also label them. And you have to complete all the exercise which is given in your book on page number 10 and 11. It is it is our all about our today's lesson, and I hope you understand